Not long ago, Allison Hill had a bright idea, and it led to her cookbook, Feeding Family, Feeding America. All the proceeds from that book go to Feeding America, a nonprofit. She's with us today in the 207 kitchen at Main Studios. Great to have you here. What are you going to make for us?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm going to make one of our family's favorite, most easy dishes. So when you're running in from sports practice or school and work, it's just a super easy thing that the kids can also help with.
Apricot mustard chicken.
Apricot mustard chicken. So you start off with a diced onion. I like to buy the bag of sweet onions because you can use them in so many things.
Okay.
I use half a jar, and this is just regular stuff that you can buy at the grocery store.
Just apricot jelly, jam?
Apricot, yep, apricot jelly.
Preserves, apricot preserves, there you go.
And then, yeah, a couple tablespoons of mustard. And the other thing about these recipes, you don't have to be too crazy about getting exact measurements.
Okay.
It'll all taste super good.
Well, that's the nice thing about your cookbook. These are all recipes that are meant to be made with the kids involved, get the family involved.
That's
right. So you don't have to be a chemist in preparing this. We're not baking souffles here.
That's exactly right. And so then it's a teaspoon of allspice, a teaspoon of granulated onion. You don't have that, it's okay, but it just amps up the flavor a little bit.
Right.
So you get this all nice and mixed together, and then I have some chicken breasts that I pounded already.
Okay.
Just a few pounds, get out some aggression of the day and make them a little bit flatter. And then this is just a creamy white cheddar.
Okay.
So you put that here on each of these breasts.
How did this recipe come about?
I think it was one of those door knock dinners where you don't know if you have any food in the refrigerator and you have to make something up.
Yeah.
It was one of those. Because, sometimes during the week it's a little hard to get grocery shopping. So you just spread that like that and then just roll them up. And don't worry about being messy or anything.
Okay.
If it seeps out, it makes it into this great caramelized kind of sauce.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and then put them in. Normally, we're on TV, so I'm doing a smaller dish.
Yes.
I like the bigger dishes because it really lets the sauce caramelize.
Everything comes out and then you get that great caramelized.
Yeah. And then just put all your extras on top, like that. Definitely need a hand towel.
It's a kind of a messy dish, but that's the idea.
Yeah, with the magic of TV, we have one already made here. Right. So this goes in the oven for 400 degrees for 40 minutes, and that's how it develops this great sauce. And then I also tend to use a lot of very easy sides.
Right.
So this was like a pouched rice that I then just chop in herbs and mixed nuts, and then a buttery mustard green bean. So that is apricot mustard chicken.
All right, why don't we put that front and the center so everyone can see it. We talked about the cookbook, but just tell me a little bit more. All of the proceeds go to the organization Feeding America. People may not be familiar with it, even though it is the largest such organization in the country, right?
Yes. So when our family was seeing the news during the pandemic, and a lot of the people that couldn't afford to have food on their table, and here we were sharing every meal together. So we thought about, what if we do a cookbook? What if we document all of our foods that we're making together? And we chose Feeding America because it actually can go into any hometown when you donate money there. They're the largest food relief organization. So there's 200 food banks that they're affiliated with in every state in the United States.
And the cookbook was a true collaborative effort. You, your kids, nieces, husband, got the whole family in. And again, the recipes are all family friendly. This recipe for the apricot mustard chicken is, of course, on our website and app. Just go to newscentermaine.com, and you'll also find more information about Allison Hill's cookbook, Feeding Family, Feeding America. That's a great looking dish. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And stick around. We are going to be back with more of 207 in just a moment.